Here we go.
Donnarumma and PSG, it's over. You know, this brother literally put his body on the line for the team. He almost got killed. Look at these injuries. He looks very ugly now because of that. You know, he came with a baby face and living with a lot of scars in his face for PSG. But you know what? There is always two sides to each story. So we don't have to always focus on PSG did him dirty, blah, 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 blah. Okay? We can also see from the PSG perspective. They are paying him 11 million a year. They wanted to pay him differently based on performances. 7 million cash guarantee. Other 4 million we're going to give you based on your performances. They don't want to overpay anymore and disturb the entire wage structure. So if you don't know anything about what is happening at PSG, you will just point fingers on, oh, he just won the Champions League. Oh, he just did this and that. And this is how you treat him. But if you go deep, you will see that it's not only about PSG, but also about Donnarumma, who is going to be very happy because he's living as a free. Well, PSG are going to sell him. Next season is the season that he's going to be a free agent. That I take that back. He's not a free agent. Let's continue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Comment down below, my friend. Help your brother out. Smash the like. It doesn't cost you anything. It will take you 1 second only. So he sent his farewell, goodbyes, or whatever you want to call it. He might be probably the best goalkeeper in the history of PSG in terms of winning big trophies. He won the first Champions League for PSG, and he had 4 months of absolute world class. But before that, for years, he was so. Even when the manager Enrique joined PSG, he didn't want him. He wanted him immediately out because he can't play from the back. And I'm sick and tired of like everything is about playing out from the back, blah blah blah. Peter Cech today is gonna be called flop. You know what I mean? Buffon is gonna be called flop and all that. So Donnarumma is not going to Manchester United regardless of the links. They have some other priority and not Donnarumma. We continue with Donnarumma here. The valuation is about 25 million only. I think this is a steal. If you got somebody like Donnarumma for 25 million, you are going to do a very good business. And today, we heard that Manchester City actually made some contact with him. All right? So let's wait and see what's going to happen. But I think if he goes to Manchester City, it's going to be against Pep Guardiola's principles of football. You know what I mean? And that tells you that Pep Guardiola is not that stubborn anymore, because remember when he took over at Manchester City, the first thing he did is to bring Bravo to be the goalkeeper, because Joe Hart, who was one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League back then, he was like, no, because you can't play from the back, I'm not gonna bring you. And I tell you what, this brother here, Donnarumma, is the worst goalkeeper in the history when it comes to playing from the back. I'm speaking from experience. I watch him. I do watch alongs. This brother is absolutely crap. He can't play from the back, but absolutely world class when it comes to shot stopping, penalties, dominating the box, everything. So depending on what kind of football you want to watch, but I don't think he's that bad as people are making it to be. And I don't think he's that excellent the way people try to exaggerate. Okay, so if he comes to Manchester City, that means Guardiola is gonna adapt his system because Donnarumma can't play from the back. He did it with Erling Haaland. Remember when he signed Haaland, people say this is not gonna work because Pep Guardiola don't play with people like Haaland. But Guardiola already changed his philosophy to adapt Erling Haaland to the team. He understood that sometimes you need that one touch, one goal from somebody instead of 1,000 passes and not doing anything with the ball. You know what I mean? So I think Donnarumma, we will see a different kind of system at Manchester City. Okay, so we already talked about Donnarumma for like 2 hours. Probably it's time for us to jump into another topic. All right, my people, let's now go and talk about Eze. Tottenham Hotspurs are keen on getting Eze, and Eze is keen on joining Tottenham Hotspurs and play the Champions League. The deal depends on club-to-club talks, but Spurs are seriously working on it, according to Fabrizio Romano. This is the key point. Eze keen on Tottenham. And remember, for weeks or months now, we were told that Arsenal are in pole position and they wanna buy him. And because he played for Arsenal when he was young, and he would like to come back home. But now it looks like he doesn't really say officially that I only want to go to Arsenal. He's open also, or even his priority is to go to Tottenham Hotspurs. So if Tottenham pays the money, they're going to get him. Man, if Tottenham pulls this off, the banter is going to be in another level. Imagine Tottenham Hotspurs beating Arsenal to sign their former academy product, Eze. They're going to break internet. I'm telling you right now. All right, let's move on to another topic. And that topic is about Marc Guehi. Marc Guehi, everybody knows that he's going to Liverpool at the moment. And look at this picture. That was at Wembley. That the manager unslopped. And look at Van Dijk. You see Van Dijk there. What's this going on here? This guy is coming to take my place or what? So, he's going to Liverpool. I think it's a very, very good acquisition. He's a leader. Captain of Crystal Palace, a lot of experience already. He's on his prime at the moment. Absolutely good choice and good price. Apparently, he's going to cost between 40 to 50 million because only 1 year left on his contract. And guess what? Chelsea are making a huge mistake. I'm not here to please certain people. Some people, because of Guehi coming through Chelsea Academy, they just don't want to hear his name, right? They want to hear you to say Antonio Silva or somebody from another country. But nobody is going to silence me. I believe that this is a big mistake for Chelsea not to go for him. And people say, oh, we have many of them. We have a young... Hello, come on, man. I'm very old. I understand how this business works, right? You're going to have one injury away from a crisis. You can't count on somebody like Fofana. Even Chaluba. How many times he been injured at Chelsea? Under Pochettino, he was out like for 6 months. Badiashile was out for how many months under Pochettino? 8 months plus. You're going to tell me that you're going to cope if you are fighting for quadruple Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League, and you're gonna tell me that you're gonna have to deal with people like Anselmino, who also is injury prone. Since he came to Chelsea, he's been injured often, and even back in Brazil, he was struggling with a lot of injuries. We haven't seen him even 30 minutes on the pitch. He probably played for 10 minutes or 5 minutes here. The total of his game been like 20 minutes his entire career at Chelsea. And you're going to tell me that, oh, we have to give Anselmino a chance and we are good. But the same people, if you mention another name from another country, they're going to say, oh, yeah, go, bye. But if you come up with Marc Guehi, they're going to bring stupid theories and start insulting you. You know nothing about football. This guy is injury prone. They try to make stupid excuses that you have even no proof. You know, they start making up certain things just because Guehi is from Chelsea Academy. You see how discrimination and racism is in the Chelsea community. Okay, Alexander Isak. Let's talk about this brother. You know, I respect you. I understand where you're coming from. You deserve money. You deserve a big team, Champions League and whatever. That is all good. But refusing even to train for the team that paying you money, the team that took you from Spain, they took you from nobody to somebody. They took a risk. Back then, he scored 4 goals in La Liga the entire freaking season. And Newcastle took him, gave him an amazing contract, developed him to this level, and you start doing this. I'm not happy. I'm not a Newcastle fan, but this kind of behavior makes me sick to my stomach. I don't like this kind of attitude. It's only good when it's happened to another team if the player is coming to your team. Just like Liverpool fans are celebrating and making theories, the same people who called Trent Alexander-Arnold all kind of names are the same people who are happy and insulting anybody that said this doesn't sound good. Anybody that is against them, they're going to attack you because you are the problem. You see how hypocrisy and evil works in the football community? You know, when it's for you, oh, you are happy. When it's against you, it is what it is, but just refusing to play. He said this today. Even if I don't go to another team, even if the transfer to Liverpool doesn't happen, I will never, ever play for Newcastle again. Who do you think you are? You are under a contract. You have to respect that contract. If it was me, okay, Saudi got a lot of money, more than anybody in the world. They got like trillions, right? They got money. So paying you, let's say, 6 million or 5 million a season for 3 seasons remaining is just like pocket change money for them. All right? 10 million is just like nothing for them. So if they're going to spend 10 or 15 million to bench you, not even bench you, send him to the freaking academy to teach him a lesson. You say you don't want to play? All right, sit at home. We're going to pay you the money, okay? But we are not going to get this transfer done. You're not going anywhere. We have to teach those people how to respect institutions. I'm sick and tired of this kind of attitude. This brother needs to fix his freaking attitude.